This conference will now be recorded.
Supreme Rising to the family, coming to you on Monday, January the 17th, MLK Day. Rest in power. He paved the way for a lot of movements and next level thinking, if you know it, if you don't know it. Starting off here on Coin360, we can see that it's a red day right now. We have the Bitcoin dominance at 40.3%. ETH is coming in at $3,252. All we have in green right now is ADA, which I'll go over an article, Litecoin, we have Tron, XMR, and a few other small tokens over here. That's what we have right now. You can see 4040 to the 4040 Dominance Club, Bitcoin. Okay. Let's just jump into this first article that I wanted to show of why ADA is up right now. ADA rallies as the Cardano blockchain welcomes a new metaverse project. Pavia.io has become the first metaverse project to launch on the Cardano blockchain, with ADA soaring by 11% since the announcement. I haven't looked into this project yet, but I definitely will give it. Let's actually go see if we can put it up right now. The new metaverse arrives. Don't want to accept that. Which is somewhat similar to Decentraland, but built on a proof-of-stake blockchain technology. In the same way, the Cardano blockchain took inspiration from the famous mathematician Girolamo Cardano. This metaverse project takes its name from his 1501 Italian birthplace, Pavia. As art-based NFT sales boom on Cardano, thanks largely to the CNFT.io platform with its pre-smart contract launch in December 2021 and low network transaction fees, early adopters now appear to be turning their attention to NFTs, which focus more on utility than social media profile picture flex. So we can see that Pavia has 100,000 land parcels, each being minted as unique NFTs with coordinates. At the time of this writing, the project has sold 60% of those land parcels from October through November. And yeah, you can just give it a read yourself. I just wanted to pull this article up and see the pandemic saw a surge in developments towards metaverse. Predictions reveal a potential valuation of circa 800 billion by 2024. It appears Pavia, with its first moving advances, may well be the people's choice of Cardano's chain. And we can also see here that Cardano's price surges on SundaeSwap DEX exchange, which we know that came from there, but SundaeSwap is Cardano's personal swap, just kind of like Uniswap for Ethereum, PancakeSwap for Binance. Something to take a look into. And corresponding with Cardano, we have Cody, which also surged as well. You can pull that up really quick if you're not familiar. Not to sound like a Cardano maximalist, but right now, this is the only thing that's green in the market, so why not talk about it right now? The ultimate was the only thing green in the market in my watch list. I would say that. The ultimate power grid of payments in an era of everything digital. Currencies remain outdated. Currently, it's cheaper to pay in cash than to use banks, PayPal, Alipay, and the like. Cody is the first enterprise-grade fintech platform that empowers organizations to build their own payment systems and digitize any cryptocurrency or any currency to save time and money. So you can look into this as well. All of Cardano's fees we'll go through Cody, and then from there go to the JED, which could be something to look into. I have a couple other articles that I want to go through before we hop into the charts. You can also see this is an interesting article here. NFTs, DAOs, Web 3.0 in the metaverse, off and running in 2021. This is something I would give a read. Also, we can see that China incorporates metaverse in the government plans. And we know that China has banned Bitcoin mining, so now they want to incorporate the metaverse in the government plans. So we can pretty much hypothesize that it will be centralized. And it says Wuhan, yeah, Wuhan, aims to push the integration of the real economy with tech industries related to the metaverse, big data, and cloud computing, according to local reports. Tech giants, including Alibaba and Tencent, are also planning to move into the metaverse, with Baidu stating that it could be 6 years before their metaverse is built. Well, I feel like it will probably be before then. Who knows? And yeah, you can just read this article. I don't want to spend too much time going through all these articles. I have a couple more to show. So now we can see here, Decentraland reveals plans on its Australian Open coverage. And this is interesting. So now we'll have an Australian Open in the metaverse. I'd like to see how that plays out. Another interesting article to read, just to read the top headline: Australian Open, one of the largest tennis tournaments, partner with leading virtual reality platform Decentraland to extend this year's championship to the metaverse. Keep it moving here. Users lose. A user loses 42 ETH when trying to trade a coin with too low liquidity. And this is the thing about these new projects that come out. Yes, you may put $100 in and it may go up with 1,000%, but does the exchange have the liquidity for you to cash out, or the liquidity for you to even make a trade to switch to another currency? And we can see that according to data from Etherscan, the loss occurred when the user tried to buy an unknown token called WTF fees. The operation was performed on Uniswap v2 according to the information from an official website. The fees WTF protocol carried out an airdrop of free token distribution on Thursday night. After that, the user tried to make the purchase. The data shows 42 ETH, equivalent to 135K at the time of purchase. However, it was only purchase that made the 0.00004 WTF, which equals to, we can see here, 0.00000.52 at the time of purchase. That is nearly 2,000 times less than 1 cent. In practice, the user lost his money in a rude way. Based on the current exchange rate of the dollar, the loss of the anonymous user is 746,000 Brazilian real. So that's the thing you need to take into consideration about these liquidities on exchanges. We'll move on now to another interesting article that I found. AI generative art predicted to be the next trend for NFT sector. So now that they're saying that AI will make NFT projects, will make digital art based on text and images that you show. And this is just another interesting article that you can read. So now it says NFT art created by AI algorithms brings new meaning to non-fungible tokens, but can artificial intelligence be trusted to produce a new genre of art? Can it? We'll see. Another interesting article, in my opinion: retail giant Walmart plans to create its own cryptocurrency and collection of NFTs. And this can go both ways. So it can be a centralized cryptocurrency that is used for rewards programs. So we know that when you go to some stores and you do a lot of purchasing in there, they let you sign up for a rewards program to get free items from the points that you accumulated. So I'm presuming that will happen at Walmart. And also with the NFT collection, Imagine you're buying electronics, decor, sporting goods, or anything of that sort. They can use an NFT to validate the source of the manufacturer so that you will not receive fake products. So that's another use of the NFTs. And also, Walmart has already made a partnership with Coinstar. Pull that article up. I just put Walmart Bitcoin ATM. And we can see that here in October, on October 23rd, 2021, 2,000 Bitcoin ATMs installed at Walmart with plans for 8,000 in total. So we can see that Walmart is definitely on the ball. So now let's hop into these charts. Starting off with Bitcoin. Looking at it on a weekly, you can see that we started the new week today. And currently we opened at $43,104. And the close, the open of that the previous week was $41,876. So we did make a higher opening on the week. And we can see that the high was actually $44,453 on that week. So in order for us to continue moving up, you would like to see a higher high on the week to continue moving up in price for Bitcoin. Also, we can see that we did wick down on the week of January 10th to previous levels of support on the weekly and resistance. So we had resistance here July 26th coming in at $42,605, and then we had support coming here about 39, I would say about $39,862, which is corresponding almost with the low here. You can also see that we have negative momentum on the MACD, and I'm not seeing, this is actually a sign here. So let's pull this up. Bullish divergence. And we can see that we have a higher low on price and a higher low on price and then a lower low on the indicator. And that is a sign of hidden bullish divergence. So in this week, we'll potentially see prices run up and make a higher high, but we need to break above this 50-day moving average on the weekly in order to continue the upwards trend in price. Don't have to spend too much time here. And if we can't break above this point on the weekly, we could get rejected or maybe consolidate for a couple days. We'll see. Can't predict the future. All we can do is use the charts to try to assess the best way possible. On the daily, we can see that we are getting some consolidation from Bitcoin. Let me pull this up within this range here. So now this will become the resistance and support. So we can see that we have support about $41,454, and the resistance is coming in at the 20-day moving average, which is $44,229. Again, I mentioned until we can break above the 20-day moving average and make a close above that 20-day moving average, which I would really like to see a price close above this price here at $45,799, and that's when I would expect an uptrend to happen. We do have positive momentum on the MACD coming in, so that is good. But we also can see that we are in the oversold range on the RSI, so we do have room to grow as well. You can see what happens from there. Just take it day by day. But right now, I'm seeing a lower low and a higher high on the indicator for the daily. Lower low on price, high high on the indicator. That's a sign of regular bullish divergence. Higher high actually. We're seeing the bearish actually is hidden bearish. So we're seeing a lower high on price than a higher high on the indicator, which is a sign of hidden bearish divergence. So we can see price come back down to this support level here, and then we can assess moving forward. Don't have to spend too much time. You can just use the moving averages in between these two green lines. I would consider this an area of interest, a liquidity pool. As we can see, every time price was in this range, it did increase from there, then it came back down to consolidate and increased again, but now we're back down in this range again. So we can see what happens. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. And the Bitcoin dominance chart just shows the percentage that Bitcoin has influence of the market right now. So right now we're at 39%, and Bitcoin is losing its influence. It has been since January 2021. I would consider that the oversold area. But that's what happens when we get all these new altcoins coming out. Bitcoin is losing its dominance. And we can see that it's also on the daily being rejected by the 20-day moving average. So until we can break above and get a crossover of the 20-day moving average above all of the other moving averages, I will continue to see Bitcoin move the way it does right now. So let's go ahead and look at Ethereum. On the weekly. So Ethereum on the weekly, it did wick and bounce off of the 50-day moving average. Now is making its way back up towards the 20-day moving average, but we can see that the 20-day moving average is making a curve, a slight curve down. So this may indicate that we may see lower prices. Right now, I am seeing on price, let's open this up. Seeing a lower high and then a lower low on the indicator. So higher low and lower low on the indicator, which is a sign of bullish divergence on the weekly. So we can see how that plays out from there, but we need to break above and close above $3,642, which is the 20-day moving average, in order to continue moving forward up. Currently, Ethereum is down 3% on the daily. We can look at the daily chart. And you can see that now we are forming positive momentum on the MACD. The 20-day moving average has crossed over all of the other major moving averages. So until we get above this 200-day moving average, I wouldn't expect, which is coming in at $3,483. I wouldn't expect much out of Ethereum right now. We get some consolidation sideways movement of price unless we break above the 20-day moving average. And as we can see right now, we are being pushed back down. So if we break $3,188, I would see prices going back to $2,997. And if we break that price, we will come back and reassess. And as we can see, we are oversold on the RSI. So that's what we can see for Ethereum. I'll start off with these token requests. Start off with Aave. So Aave is trying to break to the upside on the daily. You can see that the 20-day moving average on January 4th tried to break above the 50-day moving average and was rejected, even though we had price movement above those moving averages. You can see that price action is a magnet and is always attracted back down to the previous support and resistance levels, just like a magnet. We weren't able to hold above the 100-day moving average, which is this tail line here. We broke back down below the 20, and now we're making our way back up. But we can see on the RSI that we are in a bearish trend, making lower lows on the RSI here. So until we break above this trend line, I would not expect prices to go higher for Aave. And currently we are holding support at the 20-day moving average. 20-day moving average is coming in at $227, and price is currently at $228. So on the daily, we do need to make a close above that 20-day moving average. I would prefer to see price move back up and close above the 50-day moving average, coming in at $234. And if not, expect to see prices go back down to about $208 here. And we can see that was a level of support coming in from January 13th to 14th. Also on December 22nd, that was an area of resistance, which we broke through, came back and back tested on December 23rd, then broke out, which was corresponding with the 20-day moving average on December 23rd. So we can see that happen with Aave. And we can pull out the Fibonacci on the body to see how price will move. So currently on the body of the Fibonacci, Aave is touching the 382, and it did break out above the 618. Between the 618 and the 382, those are retracement levels, the levels of support and resistance until we break completely above the 618. Then we can see higher prices of $340. But right now, this is a good sign that we are trying to find support at 382. So once we find support here, Next target will be 250. Break above 250. Next target will be 271. That's how we play it by levels. We can take a look at block and hero next. It's pretty much self-explanatory with block right now. It's in the downtrend, heavily oversold. And you are seeing that weakening positive momentum is showing. So I wouldn't be surprised if block goes back down to 2 cents. We're currently at 3 cents. So don't be surprised. That's pretty much the story with block. On the weekly, we can see that we do have support at 0.035, and currently we're at 0.037. So we can see that if block tests this level, then makes a rebound, rebounces up from that level. So that's pretty much the story for block. We look at it in the 4 hour as well. Yes, let's take a look at hero. Hero, the same story on hero. Let me just pull this fib down. So now hero is in a downtrend as well. I would expect price to come down and test the 0 point of the Fibonacci, which is coming in at 0.092. Currently price is at 0.099. And from there, bounce back up and try to break above the 20-day moving average, coming at 11 cents. Until then, I wouldn't expect much out of hero. Let's take a look at my Cheyenne list of tokens that I did see potential movement, but everything right now is down. The only chart that I've really seen still in the upwards trend is Matic. And you can see that Matic, the 20-day moving average, is currently above all of the other moving averages. And price is now at $2.30, corresponding with the 20-day moving average, which is at $2.30. So on the daily, I would like to see a close above $2.30. If not, we could potentially see price go back down to $2.21, which will, I will still accumulate more. I'm long on Matic myself. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say is for educational purposes only. Please do your own research. Moving along. Actually, let's give you some more assessment of what we can expect. So currently Matic is testing off at a 382 after, which is a good sign to me. So now we can see that we are consolidating between 0.5 and 382. And it's been about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. From here, I would expect price to break back to 253, and we can see that we have weakening negative momentum, which is a good sign. Let's look at Matic on a weekly. On a weekly, we have weakening positive momentum. And the 20-day moving average on the weekly is $1.93, which is corresponding with the 100-day moving average on the daily. So we can see what happens from here. Let's play it day by day. But we would need to get a close above $2.30 in order to be moving up in the trend. So let's take a look at Crow. Crow right now is coming in at 44 cents, currently below the 100-day moving average of 46 cents. And just to zoom out and pull the fib down some. Actually, let's just reassess it from here. So now the 20-day moving average is becoming a resistance corresponding almost with the 236 area. So until we get a close above the 236, which is coming in at 48 cents, I wouldn't be bullish on Crow right now, but it is a good long-term hold in my position. If we do come down to 36 cents, hey, that's even better for people that are trying to accumulate. Don't spend too much time. It's pretty much boring when everything's in a downtrend. I don't identify any divergences, or do I? You have a lower low in price and a higher high on the indicator. Lower low in price, higher high on the indicator, which is a sign of bullish divergence. As I mentioned, we would need to break above the 236 level at 48 cents. And if we can make that happen within the next 2 days, or just close above 46 cents, which is the 100-day moving average, find support and keep moving up from there. That's what I would need to happen for Crow to keep moving up. And we can look at Hex next. Zoom out. So Hex is currently at 21 cents, which is corresponding with the 236 at 21 cents. So on the daily, if Hex does not hold 21 cents, and we are back in negative momentum on the MACD, Hex will go, I would expect Hex to go back to 12 cents, which would be a fantastic buy-in price in my opinion, if you don't already have some locked up. So yep, we can see also on the RSI that Hex is going below the 45 level, which is the sign that exit their position. And like I said, it's pretty much boring doing TA when things are moving how you want them to. But I can see a potential head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, and we get a maybe a push up of the right shoulder. If not, but I do see this downwards momentum. So that's that. We can look at Gala. So Gala is below the 100-day moving average, currently 30 cents. The next area of support that I see is coming in at 23 cents. On the daily, we are currently below the get out level, still in the downtrend. Gala has been in a downtrend since November. So until we break this trend, I would not expect higher price movements from Gala. And don't be surprised if we go all the way back down to 12 cent. I wouldn't be surprised, but we can play it level by level. Let's just pull this fib out to see how things are moving. So yep, the next level of support below, based on the fib, will be coming in at 27 cents. We're currently at 30 cents. So if we can't find support at 27 cents, the next area of support I would see is 23 cents. And if we can't find support there, the next area I see is 10 cents. So make sure that you're keeping things in stable coins. If you're trading, you got to know how to short the market. There's always an opportunity to make funds in the uptrend or downtrend if you know what to do. And Phantom, which I had on my list as being bullish as well, is currently above the one spot, moved far away from the 20-day moving average. So I would expect Phantom to come back down and test the 618 spot, which is coming in at $2.74. As I mentioned, price action is a magnet and is always drawn back to the moving averages or the price level of some recent support or resistance. So we can see that there on Phantom, and we also see that we have weakening positive momentum. We're making lower lows on the RSI. So I would expect Phantom to come back down to that level. Don't have to spend too much time there. On a weekly, we can remove this. You can see on a weekly, we're way above 20-day moving average. So you're coming back down to at least $2.50 is what I expect. And also that was shown on the 20-day moving average is $2.67 on the daily. You can look at VeChain, supply chain token. The same situation is bearish. 20-day moving average crossed over. I cannot identify right now any divergence. The next level that I see for VeChain would be holding support at 0.07, and if not, going back down to 0.068, and from there lower prices of 0.005, 0.056. That's what I see for VeChain, and we can also see that we have a bearish trend here as well. So until we break above this trend, which started off on November the 8th, I don't expect higher prices. We look at Kava. Kava is right now in an uptrend. I identified a descending triangle with a breakout to the 618, which is corresponding with $6.91. Currently we're at $5.47, and it's been playing out since January the 1st. The official get-in price would have been on January the 1st, which was around the opening $3.95. Right now, Kava is coming in to try to find support, or is really breaking through the 382 at 540, 549 to be exact. So now we want to see price consolidate, make a close above the 382. And the next target will be $6.20, And from there, the full play out of the descending triangle of 690. And from there, you can, if we find support, expect to see price go back to the previous high of $9.22. And we can reassess from there. But we can currently see on the daily that we do have weakening negative momentum, weakening positive momentum, and we've been growing on the RSI. So pull back to the 236. I could see happening. Oh, just back to the 20-day moving average, which is coming in at, or even the 200-day moving average coming in at $4.96. I won't be surprised. Let's take a look at a few more, maybe one or two more. Let's see what that's actually, nope, wrong list. But yeah, I think I'll wrap it up from here. Hope you all find this helpful. Reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns. So if you want to learn how to use different protocols, I will be dropping another video on a protocol that I'm using right now for leverage, and also an InstaDApp video. Hope you all enjoy your Monday and have a great start to your week. Peace out.